Mm-hmm. Hello, hello, hello. Yo. Hello, hello. How's it going? Yo. Maybe 2 minutes. Yeah. Okay. Everything's cool. Everything's good. All that shit just like randomly popped up for the YouTube voting. Huh. Weird. Multi-stream is so weird. No, no. Huh. But hey, how's it going? Yo. First time ever. Minute early. Doesn't happen often. But we're here. What's going on? Today what we're gonna be doing, we're just gonna be looking over the nominees for the Game Awards. The Game Awards I think is happening December 12th or sometime in December. I don't really know. Hello, Gabes. Yep, thank you for acknowledging. And we're gonna be we're gonna be looking at some of these nominees, and we're gonna do our own voting. I've been hearing some slander. Been hearing a lot of slander. Been hearing a lot of bullshit, to be honest. A lot of faux pas, and we need to settle the score. So we can come here, hang out, talk about games, and hopefully we will get our voting correct. I think a lot of people are skewed in what they're saying. I think they need to be brought down, back down to reality as to what's going on here. So, but yes, I made sure to dress up. It is an important event, of course. Just the nominations and announcement. I will dress up to every event if you ask me to, and yeah. So I think just the entire stream for today. It's gonna be short. It's gonna be like an hour and a half. Nothing massive. Still have things going on. If you saw my recent short, you'll know that we quit our job. That was a lot. That was a bit. So that's cool. Something new. Something I didn't really expect to do until probably Sunday. Yeah. So we're kind of figuring a bunch of things out. Did some things today in terms of being unemployed. So got to do some of that stuff. And once we figure out all that stuff, then we return to the content. I mean, tomorrow we're going to be streaming again Dark Souls 2. Monday, what is it? What was our stream schedule? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I was originally going to do the walking stream and talk about a bunch of stuff. I don't think it's really needed to. So yeah. So mainly today, Game Awards, talk about a bunch of shit, and yeah, nice little hour-long sesh with everyone. So let's get into it. Let's get into the weeds. Let's see the nominations. I've kind of already seen a bunch of the nominations. I've been seeing a lot of slander, to be honest, on the timeline of Twitter and other shit. So let's see for ourselves. Let's get an idea of what's going on. Also, what's going on, Manila? Hello, everyone.
And the Game Award goes to. And the Game Award. Goes to. And the winner is.
10 years ago, we began a journey together to celebrate video games as the biggest, most powerful form of entertainment in the world.
Let's go on, Jeff.
And on Thursday, December 12th, right here at Peacock Theater in Los Angeles, we will recognize the best and show you what's next with the 10th anniversary of the Game Awards. Hey everybody, I'm Jeff Keighley, and welcome to the TGA Global Nomination Announcement Special. Today, it is my distinct honor to reveal this year's nominees, recognizing talented game developers from studios big and small around the world. And you can help select the winners by voting right now at thegameawards.com.
I'll do it after.
All right, you've waited long enough, so let's do it. Here are the nominees for the Game Awards 2024. For Best Ongoing Game, the nominees are Destiny 2, Diablo 4, Final Fantasy XIV, Fortnite, and Helldivers 2. Your Best Performance nominees are Brianna White for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Hannah Tell for Life is Strange Double Exposure, Umberly Gonzalez for Star Wars Outlaws, Luke Roberts Silent Hill 2, and Melina Jurgens Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. For the Best Mobile Game, the nominees are
they're just rattling this shit off.
AFK Journey, Balatro, Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket, Wuthering Waves, and Zenless Zone Zero. The nominees for Best Art Direction are Astrobot, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree,
Wuthering Waves,
Metaphor Refantasio, and Neva. For Best Score and Music, this year's nominees are Astrobot, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Metaphor Refantasio, Silent Hill 2, and Stellar Blade. In the category of Best Audio Design, these games are nominated: Astrobot, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, and Silent Hill 2. Best Adaptation recognizes excellence in authentically creating shows, movies, and other...
I never thought I would see audio design accompanied by Call of Duty. I'm being honest, sorry. It's a weird one.
Other creative endeavors
It's a weird
based
one.
on video game worlds. Here are this year's nominees for Best Adaptation: Arcane, Fallout, Knuckles, Like a Dragon Yakuza, and Tomb Raider: The Legend of Lara Croft. For Best Narrative in a Game, the TGA nominees are Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Metaphor Refantasio, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, and Silent Hill 2. Games for Impact celebrates thought-provoking games with a profound pro-social meaning or message. Here are this...
Yeah, Call of Duty's pretty much been the same exact thing. I don't know if there's any audio design that they've done differently than any other. Those audio engineers at what was it? This is Black Ops, so it'd be at whatever is it, Treyarch? They would be like they're probably like, yo, there's no fucking way that we got nominated for audio. We've had the same gun sounds for like 5 years, man.
This year's nominees: Closer the Distance, Indica, Neva, Life is Strange Double Exposure, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, and Tales of Kenzera, Zao. The nominees for Best Community Support are Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy XIV, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, and No Man's Sky. In the category of Best Multiplayer, the nominees are
Multiplayer,
Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Super Mario Party Jamboree, Tekken 8, and Warhammer 40,000, Space Marine 2. Best Independent Game celebrates games with a high degree of risk tolerance.
Yeah, let's improve that gain a little bit.
Outside of the traditional
That'll make
publisher
that be
system.
better.
The nominees are Animal Well, Balatro, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, Neva, and UFO 50. Next is Best Debut Indie Game, which recognizes a development team that hasn't won a Game Award before. In fact, these teams published their first game in 2024. The nominees are Animal Well, Balatro, Manor Lords, Pacific Drive, and The Plucky Squire.
I'm not saying that any of those games are bad. I'm not saying that any of those games are bad. Where the fuck is Another Crab's Treasure? Where the fuck is Another Crab's Treasure, man? You're telling me in all the indie categories that it's not in there once?
For Best VR AR Game, the nominees are Arizona Sunshine Remake, Asgard's Wrath 2, Batman Arkham Shadow, Metal Hellsinger VR, and Metro Awakening. For Content Creator of the Year, the nominees are Queso, Ilawan, Techno Gamers, Typical Gamer, and Usada Pecora. Part of the Game Awards is looking forward to what's next.
Who? I'm not gonna lie. A lot of us know who Queso is, and I do know who Typical Gamer. I don't know who any of those other people are. No disrespect. No disrespect. You know, that's on Power World not getting nominated. They're not getting nominated because of the fucking lawsuit, man. It's ridiculous. It's honestly ridiculous. Power World was a good call out. I totally forgot about them. That is bullshit.
Next, and yes, we'll have lots of games to announce on December 12th.
Too many politics.
But what's the most anticipated upcoming game? Here are the nominees based on currently announced titles.
Okay.
Death Stranding 2, On the Beach, Ghost of Yote, Grand Theft Auto 6, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, and Monster Hunter Wilds. The best action...
I mean, let's be honest. Most anticipated... I mean, it's a fucking GTA category. That's all it really is. Monster Hunter Wilds is amazing. And I am super anticipative... The demo was really good. The demo was really good. And Monster Hunter Wilds is probably going to be an amazing game. But let's be honest. Everyone's waiting for fucking GTA 6. It's just a free category. I mean, Power World TCG Pocket. Holy shit, that would go hard.
Astrobot, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, Silent Hill 2, Star Wars Outlaws, and The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. For Best Role-Playing, the jury selected Dragon's Dogma 2, Elden Ring: Shadow of the Erdtree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Like a Dragon: Infinite Wealth, and Metaphor ReFantazio. In the category of Best Fighting, the nominees are Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
I'm not going to say anything until the end because I already heard about the fucking DLC being in some of these categories.
Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising.
Wait.
Marvel vs. Cap Best Fighting. The nominees are
Best Fighting Game.
Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising, Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics, Multiversus, and Tekken 8. The nominees for Best Action are Black Myth Wukong, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Stellar Blade, and Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2.
It's a pretty stacked category.
Innovation in accessibility celebrates games that are making our industry available and enjoyable to more people. Selected by a special committee of accessibility experts. The nominees for innovation...
Accessibility experts, DEI... I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Although it probably has tons of these fucking people screaming about it who talk about DEI and fucking dumb shit. God, I hate them.
In accessibility are Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Diablo 4, Dragon Age The Veilguard, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, and Star Wars Outlaws. Next up, Best Family Game. The nominees are Astrobot, Princess Peach Showtime, Super Mario Party Jamboree, The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom, and The Plucky Squire.
The Plucky Squire.
The Best Sim Strategy nominees are Age of Mythology Retold, Frostpunk 2, Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess, Manor Lords, and Unicorn Overlord. This year, these titles are nominated for Best Sports Racing, F1 24, EA Sports FC 25, NBA 2K 25, Top Spin 2K 25, and WWE 2K24. All right, let's take a look at our
Where's
three
25?
esports categories. Starting with Best Esports Game. The nominees are Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, League of Legends, Mobile Legends Bang Bang, and Valorant. The nominees for Best Esports Athlete
Cursed category.
are 3-3, Alexi B, Juvie, Faker, Zaiwu, and Kong Kong. And for the Best Esports Team, our Special Esports Committee nominated these teams: Billy Billy Gaming, League of Legends, Gen G, League of Legends, Navi, Counter-Strike, T1, League of Legends, and Team Liquid, Dota 2. All right, it's time for our final two categories. For Best Game Direction, which recognizes outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design, the nominees are Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and Metaphor ReFantazio. And finally, our global TGA jury, which I am not a member, has selected the following 6 games as nominees for Game of the Year at the Game Awards 2024.
I like how he said he's not part of the jury, so he doesn't get blamed for any of these nominees.
And finally, our global TGA jury, of which I am not a member, has selected the following 6 games as nominees for Game of the Year at the Game Awards
Don't blame me.
2024. The Game of the Year nominees are Astrobot from Team Asobi, Balatro from Local Thunk, Black Myth Wukong by Game Science, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree by From Software, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth from Square Enix, and Metaphor ReFantazio from Studio Zero. So there you have it. Those are your nominees for Game of the Year. Yes, that means you'll hear the Game Awards Orchestra, conducted by Lauren Balfe, play their themes live on this very stage on December 12th. But before then, you should head to thegameawards.com to help select the winners by casting your ballot in all categories. Also,
we will,
stay tuned
Jeff.
for the announcement of our Player's Voice category, where fans 100% select the winner from 30 nominees. We'll announce those nominees on Monday, December 2nd. The winners in all categories will be revealed live during the Game Awards.
Interesting.
And it streams globally on Thursday, December 12th, starting with the opening act at 7:30 p.m. Eastern.
All right, cool. So basically, I heard that, like, voting for this is 10% the audience. And then the rest is, like, just judges. As far as, like, the game, like the, what's it called? The Game of the Year. I don't know if it's like that for every category, but, yeah. Yeah. Did I see this dude in 22 Jump Street? No. It's Mr. Jeff Keighley, man. I can't do Game of the Year for the first vote. What the fuck? We can't do Game of the Year for the first vote. What is this ordering, man? No. We're gonna go from bottom. We're gonna go from bottom. We're gonna go from the bottom up. I don't care about doing esports at the end. There's no hype. Because I don't even know any of these teams, but to be honest, I'm just going to give it to... We're just going to give it to T1. Because of Faker. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Next category. No. Okay, I need to remember not to go to the next category for that. Alright. Best esports athlete? See, the thing is, like... Not many people are all about the esports, and, like, all I know of is, like, let's see, I know Chovy is, I know Faker, I know Zaiwu, and that's about it. I mean, Faker just got his, like, 5th. He just got his, like, 5th title or something. We're gonna vote for him. Let's keep going. Best esports game. To be honest, this is just a cursed category. Like, you got CS, you got CS2, which is fine, I guess. Dota 2 is, like, I don't know a single person who plays that shit. League of Legends, I mean, pack it up. Mobile Legends Bang Bang, what is that? What is that? And then Valorant, I mean, we're just gonna go CS2. That's it's a pretty nothing burger of a category. Yeah, I mean, Faker will always clear that list. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what Mobile Legends Bang Bang is, but I'm assuming it's just League of Legends Mobile. I'm assuming. Content Creator of the Year. I don't think there's like actually, let me move myself into the top corner here. Let me move up here so you can see the category and shit. So Content Creator of the Year. I mean, let's be honest. Like, no one really knows how. I don't know who Illujuan, Teko, Usada Pecora. I don't know who these people are. I know of Typical Gamer. I think he's like Fortnite and stuff. Everyone's heard of Queso. I do like the Queso at Waffle House. That is a really funny picture. But like, I was watching Queso the other day. He just plays random ass games, variety games, and he's just entertaining. Like, I don't even know where Typical Gamer even streams or does. I don't even know he does. So, you know, that's a clear sweep for. That's a clear and a half for Queso. No disrespect to anyone else, but like, you know what I mean. Most anticipated game. This is like we just said. While we were hearing the categories and the games for them, this is just GTA. Like Death Stranding 2. Are people anticipated for Death Stranding 2? I don't hear the type of hype for that as I do like Monster Hunter Wilds or Grand Theft Auto or like even Ghost of Yotai. I mean, no one knew there was going to be a new Ghost of Tsushima type of game. I think a very niche amount of people are for like Metroid Prime. But yeah, GTA is just going to win this category. But for me, my most anticipated is Monster Hunter Wilds. Like people even like Death Stranding 1. Yeah. Maybe I should play Death Stranding 1 to get an idea of the game. But everything that I've seen, I've been like, I'm not really gonna judge it off of just things I've seen. I'll play it and see. But like, I've never played it, so I'm not gonna be hyped or anticipating number 2, right? So, let's see. Best adaptation. I think Tomb Raider just came out. I didn't look at it. Didn't watch it. Didn't see it. Was thought about it. Didn't do that though. Yakuza. Didn't watch it. Knuckles. I didn't even know that this was. Is this a movie? Is this a movie? Like, I don't. Or is it a show? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know. It's really just between like Arcane and Fallout. I really liked Fallout, but Arcane's just hitting different. They just hit kind of different. And while I really do like Fallout, I did like the show a lot. You gotta go Arcane. The only bad part about Arcane is really the theme song. If they didn't have Imagine Dragons doing their theme song, you know, they'd be probably the most goated show ever. Let's see. Best multiplayer. Call of Duty Black Ops. I mean, I don't think that that these Call of Duty games or whatever, like reoccurring games that are developed every single year, pumped out, and have generally not a ton of new features. I don't know. There's something about them I just don't think that they just deserve it. Because they're just reusing assets, reusing a bunch of things that they've done in the past, and they're just constantly refining it more and more. It doesn't feel great. to give to them. In terms of like a multiplayer game though, I feel like Helldivers 2, when that first came out, like who wasn't talking about Helldivers 2 when it first came out? Like, it was the game that everyone was talking about. Super good. I think Tekken's just super niche. You know, Warhammer, I think, had a little bit of spice. I didn't get it. I didn't feel a reason to play it. Super Mario Party Jamboree. It's Mario Party, right? I've heard Jamboree is really good, but at the same time, I have this vendetta. We have this vendetta against Nintendo, and I will refuse to vote for them. So Helldivers personally was the only one that I played here, and it was actually really fucking good. So we go Helldivers 2. Say what you will about all the other like you know, after release, all the updates and all the shit that it went through, you know what I mean? I mean, Gabe, we love that shit. We love that shit, you know? Best sports racing is it's kind of like the same thing that I just said with Call of Duty. Where it's just the same games that are coming out year after year and they're just being more refined. I guess with sports games you kind of have to, though. Right? You don't want to have a year or two or a couple of years split when there's going to be new players and whatnot. So this one kind of makes sense. This one kind of makes sense that sports games make sense that it would be a reoccurring thing. Call of Duty has 0 point in being a reoccurring game. Have I played any of these this year? I played F1 22. That shit was good. I think I did try the FC 25. I don't know. Hockey games, yeah. We need better sports games that are like, what was the one? There was this one football game that was basically like you could hit stick people and like if you hit them correctly, it would like zoom in on their bones like it does in Mortal Kombat and you'll see like a fracture. Blitz, thank you. Yep. I think it's Blitz. Yeah, I think it was NFL Blitz. And like to make some of your players better, you would like inject them with steroids and other shit, and there would be like a chance that they could be like suspended for a game or something and caught. That shit was so funny. We need games like that. Or like NBA Street, NFL Street. We need games like that. I don't want to see any of these like just whatever titles. But I'll give it to football because I actually played it. I mean, Topspin being there is kind of hype instead of Madden. Sim sports games. I'm not a big sim strategy game person. Frostpunk was fun. I didn't play the second one. Age of Mythology Retold. Yeah. Fun indie hockey game that came out. That Northern Lion played. I don't know. It's a good question. I don't remember. I wouldn't doubt that Northern Lion played a hockey game, though. That dude lives and breathes hockey. I think the only game that I saw this year that actually looked really good and really fun were Manor Lords, and that was the only game that I was contemplating buying. And that one actually did look really good. So we'll pick Manor Lords. Best family game. So I feel like family game is just more so like best E for everyone type of game. But But Best Family is way more so like the whole family can play. It's a family game, right? I don't think Astrobot really encompasses that. It's a single player game. You can't really play with the whole family. I think Princess Peach Showtime kind of is that. My friend Ben played it. He said he didn't like it. So we're not going to be voting for this or this. Super Mario Jamboree. Heard it's good. Once again. Don't want to vote for it. Legend of Zelda, didn't play it. Like I haven't played any of these. But the Plucky Squire looked really good. Had a very interesting art style. It's up against a bunch of powerhouses, and I think it's indie. We go with some underdogs here. Oh, you have Unicorn Overlord. Interesting. I feel like I've heard some people chatting about it being good. I've just never heard of it until the nomination. Best fighting. I'm not a big fighting person. I did play Multiverses, and I did really like Multiverses before it full released. I did buy LeBron James when it was in the beta. And then they took the servers down like a couple months after, so I couldn't really play with LeBron James, and that made me pretty upset. But now I can play with LeBron James, I think. So. I don't know. I've seen Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. People say this one is like amazing. I don't know. Sometimes I just don't see the appeal because it just looks very similar to a bunch of the others. But it's probably just because I haven't played them and whatnot. Did they win an award? That would have been not last year. That would have been the year before. That was in 2022. Holy fuck. I don't mind the Multiverses pick. Although this is probably gonna be Sparking Zero. If I had to guess. I'm surprised Tekken's here. I know a lot of people love Tekken, but I think it's just... I think fighting games are such a niche group that's really whoever you have the biggest group is just kind of whatever. Which I guess is all of the awards, for being honest. Best RPG. The best game designed with rich player character customization and progression, including massively multiplayer experiences. Okay. Okay. So here's the thing. I have to show you something. Okay? And this is really important. I have to show you this. So way back 2016. Right? 2016. The Game Awards was still going on. They were nominating people. Who was in the Best RPG category way back in 2016? Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3. One of my favorite games of all time. And you know what happened? By the way, Dark Souls 3 was only nominated for one award that year, which was Best Role-Playing Game. Do you know what happened that year? Let me just show you. Best Role-Playing Game right here, okay? Right here. Deus Ex. World of Warcraft. Xenoblade Chronicles. You know, Dark Souls 3. Who won? The Witcher 3. Not The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, though. The DLC. Blood and Wine. Not saying it was a bad DLC. But I am saying this should not have been here. And people are slinging some slander on the timeline. that Shadow of the Erdtree does not belong in the nominations. Even though those same people are saying that Phantom Liberty, the expansion for Cyberpunk last year, got snubbed. Well, this isn't about fairness. Okay? This is about redemption for Dark Souls 3. Okay? Way back. They got snubbed. A DLC beat them. And I will say, I don't agree with the DLCs and remakes and remasters and all this shit. But I'm gonna vote for Shadow of the Erdtree here because we're getting revenge and redemption for Dark Souls 3, baby. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Okay? I don't care. I don't care. Dark Souls 3 got fucking played at the awards show 8 years ago, and this is redemption. I don't give a fuck. So, best RPG, we go Shadow of the Erdtree. But I will say, I don't agree with the DLC thing. I think it's really good, but I don't agree with it. I don't mind if it wins. I don't care. But yeah. Yeah. So, just wanted to go on that little rant, that little tangent, you know. We had to get revenge because that game, Dark Souls 3 was special. And the fact that it only got nominated for one award that year and lost to a DLC, fuck you. Fuck you. Alright. Anyways. Back to this. Best adventure, action adventure. Like you're going on an adventure. Combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. Astrobot. Prince of Persia: The Last Crown. Silent Hill 2. Star Wars Outlaws. The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. Okay. I'm not sure why Star Wars Outlaws is here. I feel like people didn't enjoy this game. I don't know why this is in like multiple categories. And really, I've only played like one of these games. We played Prince of Persia at the beginning of the year. And this game was fucking good. Combat was smooth. Traversal felt really good. Like movement in general was really good. And puzzle solving was really good. I've heard Astrobot's amazing. I just haven't played it and I don't have an opinion on it. Silent Hill looked really good. Don't have an opinion on it. Same with these two. But I actually really enjoyed Prince of Persia. It's unfortunate that people didn't buy this. The sales were pretty bad. And they'll never make a game like this again. But that's fine. That's okay. We'll vote for it. We'll vote for it. Now, best action. Best action game. Best action game. Let me just make sure I read everything that you said here, Gabes, because I know that you said this. I'd vote Tekken personally, but I think DBZ is gonna win. Sparking Zero was a sequel to Budokai. Yeah, it was Budokai, right? Yeah, the game. Yeah, yeah. No, I remember Budokai. Budokai was pretty good. Yeah, shit. Yeah, that shit was good. Okay. Best action game: Black Myth Wukong, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Helldivers, Stellar Blade, Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2. So in terms of like just action game. I mean, Helldivers is pretty damn good. It's pretty damn good. I think if we're talking constant action, bang bang boom, you know, just straight up like Black Myth Wukong, every single second you are fighting a boss in that game. Like you are fighting every single second of that game. And it's really good, new IP, been in production for years. It's got the juice. It's got the juice. It's got it. VR, I haven't touched any of these games. Heard Asgard's Wrath's good. Heard Arkham Shadow's good. Heard Metro Awakening is good. I don't really know, though. I don't really know. I don't really feel... I don't really want to vote on it, if I'm being honest. Alright, best mobile game. AFK Journey. Balatro. Pokemon Trading Card Game Pack. Actually, let me check. Let me check if I have any... If I have any... what's it called? I might have a pack. I might have a pack opening. Let me see. Let me just check. Wuthering Waves Zenless Zone 0. First. Oh, yeah. I mean, just because... I mean, just because... Yeah, let's just open a pack real quick. Let's just open a pack real quick. We gotta. I mean, we gotta. Alright. Alright, let's open this pack. Let's open this pack. Alright. Gotta fucking open the shit. Okay, Slowpoke. Slowpoke. Was that Magmar? Magmar? Arbok? Bellsprout? The fuck is that? Greninja! Greninja! Hey. It's not bad. It's not bad, I guess. It's not bad, I guess. What does that card do? Once during your turn, you may do damage, 20 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. That's not bad. That's not bad. Alright. Not bad. Not bad. I already pulled a Starmie today, it's fine. But yeah, so, best mobile game, I mean, for what I've played, I played Balatro and Pokemon Pocket Pack. Pokemon Pocket Pack is more you're just waiting. You could battle with it. It's okay. It feels way more... It feels... It's not as complex and interesting and addictive as Balatro. I'm just gonna... There's just no way. Balatro fucking clears. Easy. Haven't played Wuthering Wave or Zenless Zone 0, but this is all the Hoyoverse and whatnot. I just can't fuck with it. I don't know what AFK Journey is. Can't speak on it. Balatro fucking takes this shit. Once again, Pokemon... It's just whatever. This is, by one person, this is the only game that I bought on every single platform. It's Balatro. It's the year of Balatro. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Best debut indie game. For the best debut indie game created by a new independent studio. Animal Well. By Big Mode. Shared Memory. Donkey's Invested Game. Balatro, of course, we already know. Manor Lords, I didn't even know that was an indie game. Holy shit. Pacific Drive, pretty good. Pacific Drive was actually, like, pretty decent. I think it, I don't think it had enough to keep me engaged, so I kind of stopped playing it. Plucky Squire, I didn't even know this came out, being honest. But in terms of, like, we're saying best debut indie game. I mean, it's hard not to say Balatro. Like, do we want to spread the wealth a little bit? You know, do we spread the wealth a little? To be honest, personally, if this had another Crab's Treasure in here, I'd probably give it to them, because I think they did a great job. I think just capturing everything with that game, that deserved it. I mean, it's just Balatro. It's Balatro. Come on. Come on. Best independent game? Like, how is Another Crab's Treasure not in any of these categories? I don't get it, man. I don't get it. For outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system. UFO 50 actually does look pretty sick. Neva, originally I did want to play this. Never got the chance to. I don't even know what this game is. Never even heard of it. Yeah, I mean, it's Balatro, man. I can't not pick it. It's the only game I've ever bought on literally mobile, PC, and Switch. It's hard not to pick it. It's too good. Probably, maybe, possibly the best roguelike game ever created, and possibly, maybe, the best indie game ever created. And the slander on Twitter is fucking insane, because people are saying that, like, how is a card game nominated for, you know, best game of the year when fucking Persona Reloaded 3 blah 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 should be there. Okay, well, that's literally it's literally a remake, and you're knocking down an independent studio, which I think is ridiculous. Yeah. Let's see, best community support. Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness inclusive of social media activity and game updates patches. Community support. Helldivers has been fine, I think. Baldur's Gate 3, they've done tons of updates since last year. Final Fantasy 14, tons of updates. Fortnite, I mean, I'm surprised that Fortnite is still going. The fact that this still is being nominated for awards is crazy. Same with No Man's Sky. I don't know about transparency and responsiveness. I don't know about that. I mean, I really love Baldur's Gate 3. I think they've been really good about keeping up with updates and everything, having good social media presence, even though they said, yeah, we're not working with Wizards of the Coast anymore. So I think they have to have it. I think it's just there, man. I mean, you know, I think it's just there. Best ongoing, award to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Destiny 2. Friends played it quite a bit. He kind of dropped it. Diablo 4. D4 bad, so no. Final Fantasy 14. Helldivers 2. Fortnite. I mean, I gotta give it to Fortnite, man. Like, Fortnite came out, like, what, 8 years ago? In fact, they're still slinging out new and innovative content. Like, they're buying a bunch of, like, IPs for skins and shit. Or at least licensing it. Interesting, you know? But, yeah. Games for Impact, for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. Closer the Distance. I've never played it. Indica, I did play the demo. Pretty interesting, pretty good. Neva, would still like to play. Life is Strange, would like to play. I did play Senua's Saga. You know, thought-provoking, I mean, Indica was a weird fucking game. It was super dank. We'll give it to it. We'll give it to it. Innovation and accessibility. Recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. Call of Duty, Diablo 4, Veilguard, Prince of Persia, Star Wars. I mean, to be honest, I've only played one. Well, actually, I did play Diablo 4 when it was in beta. I just no, we don't fuck with Diablo. It's Prince of Persia. This game got so little this game got so little credit for how good it was at the beginning of the year. It's kind of like upsetting. Best performance award to an individual for voice over acting, motion, and or performance capture. While I would say that like Hellblade 2 really wasn't an amazing game, it was pretty lackluster compared to the first one. I think still the mocap and everything and the performance that Melina did was like amazing. I don't know if there was anyone else on here who was able who did a better job. Because during that whole time she's mocapping, she's doing the voiceover acting, she's doing the motion and she's doing everything. She's doing everything for the character. And the fact that someone's doing that and doing all the animations and whatnot, I think she did a great job. Even though the game wasn't great, wasn't up to par with how I actually liked it, or how I liked the first one. Best audio design recognized in the game, the best in-game audio and sound design. So, Astrobot. Once again, only really played one game here. In terms of sound, I mean, Senua Saga still is really great with sound. Like, their sound design, just like their first one, really solid, really good. Like, really good. And I don't think it even compares to, like, I don't think that Call of Duty even compares to Hellblade with sound design. It just does so well. Best score and music. Let's see. We came to an impasse where we haven't played any of this stuff. The thing is, I've seen Astrobot, I've seen Rebirth, haven't seen Metaphor, seen Silent Hill 2, seen Stellar Blade. No, we just won't vote for it. There's no point. We haven't played any of it. We don't really know. Best art direction for outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. So, yeah. Part of me just wants to give this to Neva, because I do like the art style. I think the biggest thing about this game that intrigued me the most was the art style of everything. Art direction, I mean, yeah, Elden Ring does a good job with art direction, but like, once again, we're on the fence about the DLC even really being here. I like it. We love Shadow of the Erdtree. We love Elden Ring. I just don't think in terms of like art direction, I think it's good. I don't think it should be there. Or it should be voted on. I can see why it's in here. Wukong, it has good art direction. I don't think it's anything that we kind of haven't seen before, though. Astrobot feels similar to that Nintendo feel, that Mario feel. I'm gonna kind of give it to Neva. This was the main thing that intrigued me about the game, was how artistic it was. I loved that about it, and that's even why I wanted to play it. So, we'll go Neva. Indie Studio as well. We love that. Best narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Metaphor, Senua Saga, and Silent Hill 2. The story in this was decent. It was decent. I mean, the only thing that this game really had going for it was the... I mean, even the art direction. I feel like this should have been in the art direction category. Was that the graphics were extremely good in this. The audio was really good in this. And the storytelling was decent in this. Everything, like, in terms of, like, gameplay and what you were doing is mainly just, like, walking and some puzzle solving and very... some parts of combat. I don't want to just give it just because it's the only one that I played. We'll go Silent Hill 2. I enjoyed like watching those streams of people playing Silent Hill 2, particularly like one person going through a playthrough. It was interesting. It was captivating. Best Game Direction, awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Let's see. Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring. Game direction. Were for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game design, in game direction and game design. Game direction and game design. I think Wukong did a great job with the powers, the boss powers. I think if we're talking about innovation in that sense, that was really well done. I think Elden Ring, Scadu Fragments, and all the extra like types of scaling in a DLC was interesting. I mean, I can't speak on Final Fantasy. I can't speak on Metaphor. I can't speak on Astrobot. Balatro, once again, it took a simple game of poker and made it into something that we had never really seen before. I just don't see how, you know what I mean? You know? Like, Balatro's actually in a lot of these categories, which I'm very surprised about. But yeah. Alright. Game of the year. Game of the year. People are molding. People are upset. People don't like that Balatro is in this list. People don't like that Elden Ring is in this list. I haven't played Astrobot. Can't speak on it. Haven't played Rebirth. Haven't played Metaphor. I played Elden Ring. I played Wukong. I played Balatro. Played through all of Black Myth Wukong. 33 hours. 34 hours. Pretty much beat just about every single boss in the game. Elden Ring. That took 50, 60 hours playing through that. Balatro. Played through that for 60 hours on Steam. I don't know how much on mobile or Switch. I mean, for me, like, I like Wukong. I think it's a good game. By the end, wasn't... You know when you finish a game, and you just kind of sit there and you're like, fuck. What the fuck do I do now? It didn't feel like that. It was like, yeah, that was a good game. Yeah, that was a good game. Elden Ring did kind of feel like that. Like a culmination of that. But I do want to say, I don't want to put a DLC as Game of the Year. I don't think it should be that. If it is, it's kind of whatever. I think that a lot of people will be upset, which would be a little bit funny. It'd be a little bit funny to see how many people would be upset with it. But at the same time, I think it would be even better to see an indie dev win Game of the Year. A one-person indie dev win Game of the Year. And that's why we gotta go with Balatro, man. Balatro is like an encompassing of how just good a game can be. You know, there's tons of people. I've never even heard of this card game and shit. They don't know. They don't. Real knows real. They don't know ball. Okay? All they know are AAA games. They know Call of Duty. They know all the sports games. They might know one extra, like God of War Ragnarok, and they might know, you know, whatever. If you don't know what Balatro is, you're not fucking gaming, man. You're not gaming. I've heard of all these games. I've heard of every single game that we've pretty much gone through. Haven't played all of them. But at the same time, how do you not know Balatro? 3 million copies. Across all platforms. Less than a year. One person. Who's porting all of those. Doing all the work. Are you kidding me? Balatro was great. It is a good choice. I totally agree, Ben. I totally agree. That's not to say that these other games I haven't played don't deserve it. I just haven't played them. But I think seeing an indie developer win that Game of the Year, I don't think that's ever happened. That would be fucking sick. So yeah. We vote for that. We go, can we cast our vote? I know that I have to go all the way to the end. Go down here. Next. Let me make sure it doesn't like show some random shit here. Let's see. Yeah, I guess notify me, sure. Of that. Is there a like submit? Download that, close that. Choice, return to site. How the fuck do people navigate through this shit? Exit voting? Start voting? Okay, I already casted all my votes. Can I be done? Do I have to vote for these other ones? Do I have to vote for these? Let me see. Okay. I wonder if it's just like, it's just always there. I guess you can change your vote at any time instead of submitting it. But I guess it's just part of your profile or something. But yeah, I think just in general, I think those are pretty good as far as like, as far as everything. So we can just do like a little recap. We got Game of the Year. Well, actually, let's just go from the bottom. Let's see. Best esports team. T1, esports athlete, Faker, esports game, CS2, content creator of the year, Queso, most anticipated, we're going Monster Hunter Wilds, even though it's probably going to be GTA 6, best adaptation is Arcane, best multiplayer is Helldivers 2, best sports game, we picked EA FC 25 or whatever, best strategy is Manor Lords, good indie game, Plucky Squire for best family. It's like a multiplayer thing you can play with your family. Best fighting game, Multiverses. Best RPG. Best RPG is Shadow of the Erdtree just because it's to avenge Dark Souls 3 in 2016 because of fucking Witcher 3's DLC winning for RPG. Best RPG over Dark Souls 3. So this is redemption. This is a redemption vote, let me tell you. Best action adventure, Prince of Persia, because it was great. Best action game, it's gonna be Wukong. VR, I just kind of voted to see if I could submit this stuff. But this is Metro. Best mobile game, Balatro, you best believe it. Best indie debut, it's Balatro, you best believe it. Best indie game, Balatro, you best believe it. Best community support, BG3, constant updates, still really good. Best ongoing, Fortnite, it's been going for like 8 years, still doing great content. Games for Impact, Indica. Innovation and accessibility, Prince of Persia, because that shit was a ballin' game, and I didn't really play any other games, I don't think. Best performance was Melina Jorgens for Sanoa 2. She just had the best overall performance in general. Audio design is Hellblade 2 as well. Extremely good. Best score, we're going Silent Hill 2. Best art direction, Neva, indie developer, we take that shit. Best narrative, Silent Hill 2. Best game design, or direction, best game direction. So like innovation, something new, something that's never been seen. Balatro, game of the year. We fucking ball. That's Balatro, man. That's Balatro. Okay. You could say that we're a little bit biased here because we play Balatro a lot. It's just that good. And if you haven't played Balatro, you gotta play Balatro. So that's pretty much been all of our voting. I guess we'll see what happens on December 12th. But December 12th is that's a Thursday? It's a Thursday. We'll see what happens then. I believe that we'll be co-streaming that as well. So that'll be a lot of fun to co-stream the Game Awards. And just have a night of celebrating games. And I guarantee if Shadow of the Erdtree wins any award, people are going to be pissed. But at the same time, I think it'll be damn funny. If it wins Game of the Year, so be it. But I want to see Balatro win a bunch of awards. I think it deserves it. I think it's cool that a solo indie dev could do all of that. I think he's nominated in like 5 or 6 different genres or different categories. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah. Short stream today. We'll be back tomorrow with some Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 will be back, and we'll be ripping and sticking. I think we're like maybe halfway, maybe a little bit more than halfway done. So yeah, stay tuned for that. That'll be at 6 p.m. EST tomorrow, and Thursday and Friday. So next 3 days, Dark Souls 2. Be there, be square, and yeah. I will see you then. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Much love. Thanks for listening to me rant about Dark Souls 3 not getting RPG of the Year in 2016, and also hearing how Balatro is going to win every single award this year. Thank you. Goodbye. Have a good night. See you tomorrow. 6 p.m. EST.